So if you think government is done telling us what we can and can't do with our classic cars is over, think again. Just when you thought there was enough regulations micromanaging us, now California is at it again. But this time, they're coming after the four things that keep our cars rolling on the street. Now they're coming after our tires.
The California Energy Commission just voted unanimously to enact a brand new regulation that limits what replacement tires you're allowed to buy. They're claiming it's all about saving fuel and lowering carbon emissions. But if you dig into the fine print, this law creates massive red tape, raises tire prices, and leaves classic car owners, hot rodders, and performance enthusiasts asking, where does the madness end?
So today, we're breaking down California's brand new replacement tire mandate, how it affects daily drivers and the classic car community, and why living down here in Florida makes you appreciate true automotive freedom.
So what actually is this new California tire law? The California Energy Commission, or CEC, approved new rules regulating the rolling resistance of replacement tires. Here's the logic from Sacramento. When automakers build new cars, they fit them with low rolling resistant tires to meet federal fuel economy standards. But when everyday drivers go to the tire shop to get a replacement set, they often buy cheaper or higher grip tires that aren't as fuel efficient. California's new rule mandates that all replacement passenger car tires sold in California must meet strict energy efficiency standards, essentially forcing replacement tires to match new car factory specs. The regulation rolls out in two phases. Phase 1 starts in 2029, and Phase 2 starts in 2033. The state claims this will save drivers around $1 billion a year in gas and electricity. But tire manufacturers like Goodyear and Yokohama and industry advocacy groups like SEMA are sounding the alarm. State regulatory analyses admit that under Phase 2, between 70% and 90% of the replacement tires currently sold today will fail to meet the standard and could be banned from the sale in California.
So tire manufacturers warn that engineering tires to meet the 2033 rules could spike prices by hundreds of dollars per set. Once again, the consumer gets squeezed under the guise of saving you money.
How this impacts the classic car community. So now let's talk about what this means for us, the classic car community. If you own a classic Mustang, a Chevelle, a vintage truck, or a resto mod, you know that finding a good 14, 15, 16-inch radial tire is already a challenge. California's rule does list a few exemptions. Limited production tires made at fewer than 15,000 units a year, smaller tires with rim diameters of 13 inches or less, full competition track tires, and dedicated deep snow tires. So that sounds fine on paper, right? Wrong. Here's the real-world impact. The mid-tier trap. Most classic car owners don't run extreme track slicks, nor are they buying ultra-rare boutique tires made under 15,000 units. They buy popular street radials in standard sizes like 14, 15, 16-inch. Tire manufacturers won't spend millions re-engineering old-school high-profile radial sizes just to meet California's efficiency test for a niche market. They'll simply stop selling those tire lines in California altogether. The price hike. If manufacturers do build compliant specialty tires, compliancy testing and retooling cost will be passed right down to you. So expect prices on vintage car tires to skyrocket. Safety and stance. Low rolling resistant tires are notoriously hard compound rubber designed for low drag. Putting slippery hard compound eco tires on a 400 horsepower classic muscle car with zero traction control or ABS is a recipe for disaster.
Is California the only state doing this? For now, yes. They're the first in the nation, but as history shows where California goes, other regulatory states follow. Environmental policy groups are already pushing states like Washington and Rhode Island to adopt identical tire replacement laws. This constant regulatory push is why California enthusiasts have to fight tooth and nail just to keep the hobby alive.
This constant regulatory creep is why California enthusiasts have to fight tooth and nail just to keep this hobby alive. If you live in California, you aren't just dealing with tires. You're being squeezed from every conceivable angle. Just look at Leno's Law, Senate Bill 1392. This whole fight exposed the state's entire playbook. It's not just about what rubber you can buy, it's a systematic effort to restrict how, when, and where you can drive your car. Look at what classic car owners have to deal with just to get a tiny bit of relief. Smog restrictions. If your car is built after 1975, you're trapped in an endless cycle of biannual tailpipe inspections with modern style standards. Mileage tracking. SB 1392 was framed as a victory, but to get an exemption, you have to prove you drive under 1,000 miles a year. Think about that. The state is literally capping your mileage and tracking how much you drive your own car.
So think about how wild this is. In California, car lovers literally have to rally the state capitol, standing side by side with Jay Leno, just to ask permission to drive their classic collector car 800 miles a year without the state treating them like a criminal. Between EV mandates, noise enforcement cameras, strict exhaust laws, mileage tracking, and now replacement tire bans, California is sending a clear message. They don't want classic cars on the road. It's total control, and other states are waiting in the wings to do the exact same thing.
The Florida difference. Now, let's take a deep breath and look at how things operate down here in Florida. There you go. Down here in the Sunshine State, we don't deal with any of this crazy overreach. We have no biannual smog inspections, no state tire bans dictating what rubber you can put on your rims, no government pencil pushers tracking how many miles you can drive your 1970 Mach 1 or your vintage pickup.
In Florida, car culture isn't just tolerated, it thrives. You buy a classic car, you register it, put new tires on that thing, and take off and drive. We respect personal freedom, common sense, and automotive heritage. While states like California treat classic car owners like environmental villains, Florida treats them like caretakers of living history. And frankly, that's why you see so many classic car shops and owners packing up their stuff and leaving Dodge, coming down to Florida, because they don't want to put up with California's insane laws. At the end of the day, tires are about safety, performance, and driver choice. You get to pick whatever tire you want to put on your classic car. The minute bureaucrats start telling you what you have to buy, there's a line that's being crossed. Anybody in California, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. We need to keep fighting, because if not, these bureaucrats are going to take away our rights and our classic cars. Till next week, take care.